Hello, family. Here I am again. I just wanted to check in to say hello and to tell you guys that we love you. Don and I have been thinking about you and praying for you personally, and obviously praying for the situation that's going on with this coronavirus. It's now been over a week since we've been kind of separated as a society, and trying to stay away and do our part in helping to eliminate the transmission of this virus. Now, what I wanted to share this evening is this. Although although this virus was created by man, was released by man, whether intentional or not intentional, depending on who you believe, we always have to remember that God is sovereign and in control. Remember the series that we've been going through, the divine providence of God. God uses men. He uses good situations and bad situations. We looked at the life of Joseph and saw how he had all these bad things that happened, but God worked them all for his good, and he ended up being the prime minister of Egypt. And so God uses the evil to accomplish his plans and his purpose. So there's nothing that's going on right now that God doesn't know about. And so we just got to make sure that that's in our minds and that's transferred to our heart, that God is sovereign and he's in control. And we really need to grasp a hold of that thought, of that concept, because it's true. And it's one of the things that'll bring us peace when we think that way. Now, as we think about what's going on about the virus and the release of the virus and the things that are going on in the world, people are dying. People are dying, and people that aren't dying are panicking, and the panic is real, and the stress is real. The fear is real. And so I think one of the things that I wanted to mention this evening was this. Although the battle seems to be against this disease, which there is a battle to cure the disease, we need to understand that the real battle is a spiritual battle. A spiritual battle. See, the enemy, he is taking this situation, this virus that's been spread worldwide, and he is causing people to panic, to live in fear. There's all kind of wild things being said about the future, what's going to happen, and so there's a lot of fear that's going on right now in our world, and so what Satan is doing is he's using this to cause fear, to try to destroy us. And it all starts here. The battle is in the mind. It all starts right here in the mind. And he wants to destroy anyone and everyone that he can. He wants to take us out mentally. He wants us to not believe in God. Wow, if God is really sovereign and in control, he wouldn't allow all this. He wants us to believe all this, all his evil ways aren't even his. He doesn't want us to know that it's him operating. But let me tell you something. It's the enemy. We are in a spiritual battle right now. Paul tells us in Ephesians 6, he says that for our struggle, or our fight, our battle isn't against the flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm. So again, the enemy is trying to take this virus and destroy us as a society. And so we're in a war, is what I'm trying to take. We're in a war. We're in a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual battle. And you're in it whether you want to be in it or not. Now, if you choose to not do anything about it, then you're going to be defeated, mentally speaking. Satan's going to get to you. He's going to cause you to stay in that fear and to stay in that state of panic. And so that's his goal. That's his goal. That's what he does, to kill, steal, and destroy. And he wants to start with the mind. So Knowing that we are in a spiritual battle, what should we do? What should we do? Well, in all wars, in all battles, we got to take up a position. We got to take up a defensive position, and then even sometimes go on the offense. And so, in a spiritual war, to take up that position, it always starts. Our first weapon starts with prayer. It all starts with prayer, whether we're on the defense or the offense. It all starts with prayer. Many times in the Bible, over and over again, we see that as children of God that are seeking to do things, or children of God that are in distress, or in maybe not even in distress, but are in situations where they need the supernatural hand of God to work, it always started or proceeded with prayer. Because when God's people pray, he acts. He acts. And so what I would like to do, I had a meeting with the elders of the church, Josh and Doug, and we discussed what we should do as a church. Well, we should pray. And obviously we should pray individually, and hopefully you are praying individually, but we think that it's a good idea to pray corporately, to pray together, to pray that God will have his way in the situation, to pray that God will give us peace in the situation, to pray that God will reveal himself in a mighty way, even as we are going through this hard time. And so what we have decided to do is we decided to call on a corporate prayer, which we're going to do daily. We're going to do it twice a day, 8:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the evening. Twice a day, starting on Thursday, we are going to have corporate prayer. And this is where you and I come in. I hope that you are going to that you're going to join us in this prayer meeting. Now, don't panic. I'm not asking anyone to leave their house right now. We're going to do this via an app called Zoom, Zoom. It's called Zoom. And basically what Zoom is like a conference. It's where you can conference, where we can gather together either by audio or by audio and video, and we can all be on it together, and we can communicate together, and we can pray together. Now, for some, this is going to be very new, this technology, and so what we're going to do is, it's pretty simple. It may sound difficult, but it's simple. We're going to upload a link on Facebook, and it's going to be on our website. It's going to be a link from Zoom, and all you have to do, if you have a smartphone, is to click on that link, and then there should be some prompts to tell you what to do, but it's pretty simple, just clicking on the link. Now, if you don't want to use your phone, your smartphone, and want to use your home phone for whatever reason, or if you just want to dial in even on your smartphone as opposed to clicking on a link, you can do that too. There's going to be a phone number provided, and you can just call in, and that will connect you to the link. And so, again, we're going to be starting this on Thursday morning. It's going to be our first prayer meeting, which is going to be at 8:30. And we're going to do it at 6:30 in the evening, Monday through Saturday. Now, you don't have to commit to being at every prayer gathering twice a day, every day. However, I will say this. You can't say you're too busy, because you're kind of locked up in the house right now. So you can't say I don't have time. Well, you do have time. This is actually an awesome time to refine our relationship with God. To you know how Scripture says every year I preach a message at the beginning of the year, and I mentioned 1 Thessalonians 5:16 and 18, where the Apostle Paul says to rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and in all things give thanks. And then he goes on to say, this is the will of God for you. That's the will of God for you and me, to rejoice always, to pray without ceasing, and in all things to give thanks. So this is a awesome opportunity to do a self-evaluation on, wow, am I rejoicing in the midst of this pandemic? Have I been praying without ceasing? Have I been thanking God in spite of what's going on? Thanking him for what I do have, not for what has been eliminated, but thanking God for what I do have right now. He is so worthy of our praises. He is so worthy to just take time and just rejoice in the midst of trials, in the midst of pain, in the midst of coronavirus. And so I felt like I'm getting ready to go on to a sermon, but I'm not. So again, we're going to be posting a link on Facebook, and we're going to be posting it on our website. And I'll also will send it via email. So if you got a copy of this video by email, I'll also send that link by email so that you can join us. So I hope to see you, or at the very least hear from you, on Thursday morning. We're going to start at 8:30, so you may want to, around 8:15, 8:20, maybe just try to click on that link and see if, how it works, and just to get in there so that 8:30 when we start, you're already there. This is the first time we're going to be doing this, so we expect that there's going to be some rust to knock off. There may be some things that we have to work through, but we're going to work through them together. We are in this together. We are in this entire situation together. Hey, we love you guys. Hope that you are doing well. And by the way, if you need anything, if you are at home and you need anything, and for whatever reason you can't get out, you can't get out of the house, either because physically, or you don't have a ride, or you just don't want to, get around people all like that, which is wise. Give me a call. Give me a call. Shoot me an email, and I'll make sure that either I will get it for you, whatever it is that you need, or someone will be more than happy to assist you in getting whatever it is that you need. Again, we're family. We're in this together. God bless you. We love you. I'll talk to you Thursday morning. Bye-bye.